body, speech, and mind held in perfect oneness. I send my heart along with the sound of this bell. May the hearers awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Welcome, dear friends, to the Blissful and Mindfulness Community weekly meeting. I brought a little reading from Monastery Within, Gil Fronsdal, which is a little longer, but we've got the time tonight, I guess. So it's called The Abyss. It starts, a monk told this story. I had reached an impasse after 25 years in the monastery. I had devoted myself diligently to monastic practice. Through much effort, my powers of concentration, mindfulness, and compassion were among the strongest the abbess had ever seen. I was known for my peace and equanimity. I had no obvious attachments. However, I had not yet attained realization. Other monks and nuns with less time in the monastery and less thorough practice had reached various levels of awakening. Everyone thought my circumstance was most strange. Then one day the abbess took me aside for a long talk. We discussed how I was held back by my fear of completely letting go. As much as I trusted the spiritual life, at my core was some deep, unarticulated, nagging mistrust. As long as I could remember, a part of me was on the lookout for impending tragedy. At the end of the conversation, the abbess told me she could think of only one more catalyst for my enlightenment. Just the possibility brought me to tears of joy, until she told me it meant entering a basement room called the Abyss. No one in many generations had entered this room. Only the abbess was entrusted with the secret knowledge of what was inside. No one else knew. While the red door to the room was kept locked, it didn't need to be. An atmosphere of terror emanated from within, and the monks and nuns were afraid to walk anywhere near the door. Walking down to the basement, the abbess explained that my one and last opportunity was inside this room. Once I entered this room, there would be no turning back. Standing in front of the door, I had mixed feelings about entering. The abbess carefully explained the instructions that had been transmitted to her. I was to step into the room, the abbess would close and lock the door behind me, and under no circumstance would she unlock it again. On entering the room, I was simply to walk to the other side of the room and exit through the door there. It sounded easy enough. Suddenly, the abbess opened the door and pushed me inside before I could get my bearings. I heard the door lock behind me. The room proved to be huge, perhaps 100 feet wide. On the other side of the room was a door just like the one I had entered. But the room had no floor. I was standing on a 2-foot ledge as wide as the door. Between me and the other door was a gaping abyss. I could not see the bottom. From the depths came horrible grinding and cracking sounds. and occasionally a ball of flame shot upward. I was scared and perplexed. How was I supposed to walk across? I spent the first day standing on the ledge, studying the room, certain that I was meant to discover some secret way to get across. I spent the second day banging on the door, hoping that someone would let me out. I cried most of the third day, until, while sitting on the ledge, one of my slippers fell off my foot. As it fell, the grinding noises seemed to get worse. On the fourth day, I desperately and repeatedly reviewed the instructions. They were so simple. Walk across the room and out the other door. Could I trust the abbess? Tired and hungry, on the fifth day, I gave up all hope. Convinced I had no other choice but to try the instructions, I decided to walk out off the ledge. I tried not to imagine what awaited me down in the depths. Terrified, I looked straight ahead and took a step into the room, into the unknown. As my foot came down, the ledge stretched forward, receiving me with a firm, stable base. It took me another day to take the second step, but when I finally did, the ledge again extended itself outwards to receive my foot. I continued walking into the emptiness, and with each step, the ledge became longer. Soon enough, I had reached the opposite side. From that day on, letting go into the freedom of realization has come easily. So I like that story a lot, and I've wanted to read it for a while, but I thought it was kind of long. But I guess it makes me think of sometimes it seems like the facing our fears and our pain in this practice, it seems like all that, the grinding gears down below, that if you're to take that step into it, that it'll just gobble you up, flames. But I have taken a step or two, I guess, in my time, and it is just amazing how every step you take into the black, the darkness, so terrifying, but yet, miraculously, the floor does appear to hold you when you do it. Gil is talking about letting go of various parts of your personality, your letting go of your ego in certain ways, and that can seem so scary to just who am if I'm not my ego, if I'm not me, if I'm not all my memories and all the things that make me up, stories I tell myself, then what am I? Am I nothing? So it seems so scary to step out into the endless possibility, and maybe we'll just fall apart and not exist or something, and we'll die. But that's not what happens. At least I don't think so. I haven't crossed the abyss, but I have taken a step or two, like I said. For me, it seems like the next step is always just as terrifying as the last one. But yet, I've got some confidence that if I gather the courage, the floor will catch me. together to practice stopping, calming, and resting for the purpose of healing and transformation. We have each other, we have hope. Like many drops of water, we come together to form one serene river. Let us enjoy every minute and every second. As we practice breathing, smiling, sitting, walking, and sharing, we offer ourselves and others the gift of loving kindness. We know that love requires deep looking, deep listening, and sharing our hearts. We come here from all places and all faiths with open hearts and open minds. Our aim is to enjoy our breathing, enjoy our walking, enjoy our sitting, and enjoy being with each other. So at this point, we might go around the room and share our first name. Should be invited to breathe easy if you're feeling tense at all. If you feel like it, you're invited to look around, share a smile with the people here who are wishing you well.
I'm David.
I'm Shannon.
Ben. Michael. Brian. Delete. Heart. I'm Steve.
Mary Ellen.
Tim.
Abigail.
I'm Jacob. Thank you. Would someone like to come up and light our candles tonight? Lighting these candles, offering the light to all beings, the peace and joy we feel brighten the face of the earth. The Sangha is invited to come back to their breathing. Let the whole Sangha breathe as one body, sing as one body, listen as one body, and transcend the boundaries of the delusive self, liberating from the superiority complex, the inferiority complex, and the equality complex. Feeling stable and open, I place myself at the foot of wisdom and enlightenment, as someone who's capable of loving and forgiving. Body, speech, and mind are one in stillness. There is no more thought of right and wrong. Mind and body dwell in perfect mindfulness. I rediscover my original nature, leaving the shore of illusion behind. So, noble community, please bring your mind to this precious moment. Lying down, we share in deep relaxation. You're welcome to remain sitting if you want. If you lie down, please lie with your head towards the center. Try to just get as good and relaxed as you can. I got to do this for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders yesterday, so all separately. So if you want to imagine you're 8, 9, 10 years old, lying on the classroom floor, you can do that.